We look good.
I think we look good.
Okay. Cheers. Welcome to the pod.
Cheers, honey. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome back to the Pay Attention podcast. This week, you may or may not notice, this is not Niamh.
No, I'm not Niamh.
This is not Niamh. This is Josh. This is the Josh.
It's me.
This is our favourite ex. Me and Niamh have one mutual ex. Do you know what? I feel like that's good going in Tralee though.
Yeah, it is really good going. Really good going, actually.
I don't think we have any other mutuals, like, mutual exes.
Well, given your exes, that's probably for the better. Present company excluded, obviously.
That is rude. Okay, so Josh is our honorary co-host this week because Niamh can't be here, unfortunately. So we're doing like a bit of a Rose of Tralee special because me and Josh are from the same hometown. That's how we know each other. So the vibes are very much so chill. We're pre-drinking because we're going into town. We have too much vodka for one podcast on the table, and Josh brought buzzballs.
Which I'd never actually seen before. I heard about them last night, actually. And when I was in town, and we wanted to go to the Coin to get some buzzballs, but the Coin was closed. Yeah, the Coin was closed last night.
During the Rose of Tralee?
The Saturday of the Rose of Tralee, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Do they not want to make money?
Very weird. Very
Was
weird.
Ster Sullivan's open?
I don't know. I always kind of forget about there, actually, to be honest with you.
I do too. So this week's episode is very much going to be giving chats. We're just going to chat about everything. Josh has never put himself on the internet in this way, so I expect to be doing a shit ton of it. He's going to be like, no, like the best stories. We're going to tell 10 good stories and he's going to cut 9 of them.
Yeah, 9.5.
Because Josh is a corporate baddie.
We're a corporate girly.
So, yeah. But we'll get into it. We'll talk, we'll chat.
That's actually something that I was thinking of the last day. I was like, it's actually really annoying that I work in like corporate, that I can't just be like, talk all this shit I would normally talk. You know, like you don't like have like a boss. Like,
you don't have a job. You are unemployed.
You're unemployed. But you're also not beholden to anyone. Like I can't be like my full self.
So like, see, this is what annoys me though, because like, but your job isn't paying you 24 hours a day. This is like, where did jobs get the audacity? Like, if you want me to have a certain persona online, you can pay me for all those hours.
Did I ever tell you what my nan said one time about someone? It's the funniest thing I ever heard her say.
No.
My nan is clinically deranged and she comes out with fucking zingers. But we were talking about someone anyways one time and she was like, the fucking neck on her would make a giraffe jealous.
No, I feel like you have really good one-liners and I feel like this is where you get them from. It's your nan. It's not you, it's Betty.
No, it's Betty. Yeah, it's all Betty. And a bit of Brendy as well.
Yeah.
Brendy would be very disappointed now if I didn't shout
the
him out,
comedic timing from your family is just iconic. This is 10 out of 10, like, would recommend. So basically, my friend is living in a country that's not Ireland at the moment. I don't want to say too much because, again, this girlie has a real human job. And she is basically interviewing for this extremely Catholic school. So she's a teacher. A lot of my friends are teachers. I have so many teacher friends. Like, so many, more teacher friends than the average person.
Wait, is it?
My friend is in this country, not in Ireland, and she's interviewing for this job, but basically it's so Christian and so holy. Like, they essentially, like, you can't be living with a man to, like premarital, like, you can't be living with a man.
Sin kind of shit.
Yeah, you can't be living in sin.
Jesus.
You like, your personality at school has to like extend to the rest of who you are as a person. Like, you essentially have to be like virtuous and virginal?
Virginal?
No, I was going to say vaginal.
Not in a Catholic school.
Virginal? Is virginal a word?
Virginal, yeah.
Okay, virginal. You have to be, like, she has to be all these things. So I was like, you just have to like act. Like, but to get this job, she has to be all these things. Isn't that crazy?
But I feel like no one.
But that's why I said, I was like, are they paying you 24 hours a day? Because
this is it. They're not. No.
But they want you to be this model. So that's, I just don't know where jobs, like every single job.
Yeah.
Like, because social media, they expect you to have a certain presence.
Yeah.
Or a certain digital footprint. Like, with my digital footprint, I'd probably never get, if I was like, do you know, because I could wake up next month and be like, do you know what, I think I could be a corporate baddie, it's not that hard. See, and I'd start applying and they'd be like, no.
See, Becca, you don't have a digital footprint. Like, you have a digital X-ray. Like, there's nothing.
What did you say to me earlier?
So I goes, does the shop I use sell drink? I'll pick up some bits on the way. And she goes, why do you keep reading my mind? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
My messages are so intense.
And I goes, lol. And she goes, I was literally just thinking of you driving us to the offie. And I goes, she goes, why do you keep reading my mind? And I just replied, you have your whole personality online. It's easy to guess.
That was so offensive to me. I already have an issue. I've said this multiple times in this podcast. I have an issue with not being mysterious. No, not for any other reason other than the men that I potentially will want to date. Because I've never had this issue before. This is my first time in my life because my last ex, he was Brazilian. He barely used social media. I met him on a night out. So there was none of that.
We met authentically.
We met authentically. We met authentically. We caught eyes. Actually, I literally walked in to the soda factory in Sydney, right? Walked in and I see this 6'4". He was wearing a jumper like that, like a round neck, but it was red. So like my eyes just, like I walk in, my eyes just immediately see this like 6'4", handsome red. And I was like, I turned to my friend and I was like,
you're coming home with me.
Like I was like, so I went up to the bar because he was at the bar. I went up to the bar and I was like ordering a drink and like right beside him I was like, oh hi. Oh hi, I didn't see you there.
Lovely weather we're having.
Yeah, so we met really authentically. I'm a mastermind, Taylor Swift 5. I planned, the second I saw him I was like, that's my next victim.
Yeah.
And he was. He didn't create a parasocial relationship with me pre-meeting me. My other ex also didn't because I was like, it wasn't online like that at that time.
The one we were just talking about.
Well, him as well.
Him as well.
Him as well. Oh, that was all. Do you know all my exes I've met authentically? In real life.
There you go.
I'm a real life bitch. No, but no, because well, actually. So sorry. Why do we always? Neve actually was like, we always end up for two single girlies that we're always talking about relationships and exes on this podcast. But it's so relatable, and also you're one of my exes. I met you authentically.
She did.
In the cinema.
Locked eyes across, yeah. Really
every single person I've been with, I've actually met authentically. That's such a slay. Even though bleep out his name, I met him on a night out and allegedly he was like seeing someone. I had a girlfriend at the time. Oh, yeah? And I literally saw him and
I think you met him.
No, it was like in the Abbey. So we saw each other outside in the smoking room and I think he was with because I knew and he was being really funny and I was like, oh my god, where have you been all my life? Like you're hilarious. Yeah, that was the first thing I ever said to him. And then nothing happened, like we didn't. And then months later I was on Tinder and I obviously swiped right and he obviously swiped right and we matched. But so that was authentically, but the way we kind of connected was via Tinder.
Yeah.
So this is the first time in my life where I'm dating. So I just have to meet them in person. Yeah. Because if I'm talking to anyone, they, like, if they're like, oh, what's your Instagram?
Yeah.
And then they click my link tree and then they get, not one podcast, two.
No, it's not that they'll get that. It's they'll get your birth chart, your date of birth, your star sign, your blood type, where you lost your virginity, who you lost it to, what's your favourite colour, what's your favourite meal,
I haven't said where I lost my virginity on the internet.
Yes.
No, I have boundaries. I do. There are stories I have that I will never tell.
Blood type is okay, but other things no.
I actually don't even know my own blood type, so I can't share that information.
I feel like, you know your man Kyle Pruney's like, hello guys, this is Kyle Prue, welcome back to another thing you can say to piss off men.
No, I feel like I've never seen that man before in my life.
100% you have.
No, I haven't. I've never seen this man in my entire life.
Welcome back to things you can say to piss off men. Number 1, do you have a friend who knows a good gym? Say this to the most vascular looking man you can find. Number 2, well, he is the referee. He's qualified to make that call. Don't do this one in England for specific reasons. Number 3, do you need me to open that for you? Number 4, call an NFT a nifty. Double points if you can convince him that it's basically a Neopet that launders money. Finally, number 5, we have beam me up, Johnny. Say this when a man tells you he likes Star Wars. Remember, guys, if he's been to therapy, these likely won't work. Which means that they're likely to work.
I love that man.
I can't believe you've not seen him before.
I've never seen that man in my life. You need to send me his
There you go.
deets.
But where are we going? Because I've lost where I was.
Where
at
were
that
you
point.
going? See, this is
Literally
why
no clue.
you've
I'm
never
also
been on a
kind of
podcast before.
hungover,
You have
so-
to you have to be able to circle back.
I feel like, you know...
I'm a good circle backer, but I think that's my ADHD.
You know,
undiagnosed.
what's... do you know my therapist goes to me?
Yes.
So you know Vogue and Joanne have like that guy in the background, and like they'd be like, what the fuck are we talking about? And he's like...
Oh, like
riding
a
horses.
producer.
Yeah.
We
And
don't
he'd be
have
like-
one of those yet. We don't have the budget.
we don't have the, it's in the 5-year
We
plan.
don't have the budget for a producer yet. If anyone wants to sponsor the pod and get us someone to do that, that would be Georgina.
Honestly, just sponsor us to not fucking work, because that would be great.
Josh is like, it's my podcast now.
It's me.
You're going to do one podcast and be like, the wheels are going to start turning. But yeah, my big issue right now is I can't be mysterious. And I've created this life for myself, but I've never had an issue before until now.
Just go for people who don't speak English. You can't really have an
I
argument.
need another Brazilian.
You can't really have like an argument with someone if you don't speak the same language.
No, but it's not about an argument. It's about them creating a whole fantasy, mystical creature.
Yeah, but like, what's better than a man who doesn't understand you? Because they're obviously going to listen to you because they won't understand. So like,
Oh, I know. When I met, like, he fully had to use Google Translate to talk. No. We were talking about this last day because I'm on very good terms with two exes. One of them is you, and the other one is which, I mean, slay. You're both gorgeous.
are you going to leave his name or?
I don't know.
Don't know,
Depending
yeah.
how I'm feeling.
Depending on how you feel, yeah.
But basically,
It depends on where the moon is
Well,
exactly.
depends how chaotic I'm feeling when I'm editing this episode.
Isn't Venus somewhere at the moment?
Venus
She's
is
doing
retro.
that.
Oh my god, Venus is retrograde.
Yeah, she's
that's
doing
in
that.
my dream. In my dream, where you told me you had broke up with your boyfriend, I fully said to you, I was like, oh my god, Venus. There's been another victim of Venus retrograde. Because Venus retrograde means people break up. Like if you don't break up during Venus retrograde, it means your relationship is good.
But how often does Venus retrograde?
Like every 18 months.
Oh yeah?
It's not
Doesn't really give you much opportunity, does it?
No, because it only retrogrades for like 40 days and 40 nights.
So it's a bit like Jesus.
Yeah. But the other way, like Ariana Grande and your mom have broken up, Rosalie and Rao, there's been so many breakups. There have been so many breakups, celebrity
Well, I
breakups.
wouldn't be
Britney
using-
and your man.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't be using Britney or... Well, actually no, not Britney. We won't talk shit about Britney. But I wouldn't be using Ariana Grande as like your moral compass when it comes to like
No, but
relationships.
it's not a moral compass, but it's
No,
just like
sorry,
shock.
like your benchmark.
Yeah, but like shock breakups, like that's what Venus retrograde does. So it basically makes you like...
Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, exactly. There's been so many. Sofia Vergara and your
With,
man.
what's his face?
Don't know his name.
Joe...
Dispenza.
I'm not even going to try and say it. I'm not even going to try it. I'm
No.
trying to offend the Italians and they get so angry.
And they get offended anyway.
They get so-
So offended so easily. So we don't want to do that. But yeah, basically there's been so many breakups because basically, the other way when Mercury goes retrograde, you
The
have to
exes come back.
Yes, but in Venus, have you had any exes come back recently?
I have like 2 and one of which I'm sitting next to.
She's here.
like...
You're like, yes, an ex has came back. I'm on this podcast with her right now.
I don't know if you ever came back because I don't think you ever left.
I feel like that's a slay. No, I feel like there was a period where we didn't talk too much for a while.
Maybe like 2 days. I
When
think,
you
yeah,
like
15.
No, we were broken up, but we were still in the flirty phase. I remember in Kate's Mansfield's estate, I went
In Kate's Mansfields.
in her estate. I went inside her house with your phone and saw texts from Neil. You were chatting to Neil at the
I
time.
went to the bathroom really quick.
You were.
There you go.
I was so angry. I didn't tell you.
And now you're on a podcast together. So really, you own
So
me.
really, it's a full circle.
When you guys are famous and I'm like the sugar baby that you guys have, it'll just be full circle.
True.
Realistically.
But so you've had no exes come back during Venus retrograde.
No,
To be
so I
fair,
have,
you're in
like-
what, a 10-year relationship?
Yeah, literally. I
That's
fell out.
such a slay.
Literally left the
Me and
woman I
you
was in
could
a
never.
relationship. Like,
Is that one nice?
not bad actually.
Is it one?
It's kind of like Fat Frog meets tequila meets
Smells
Rosa Tralee.
disgusting. That's not cold enough for me to enjoy that. Yeah, it's very much. It's giving sour.
Do you know what happened to me the last day?
Huh?
I was at a wedding in Poland with one of my friends from work, and But it's like traditional at Polish weddings to have like a bottle of vodka on the table.
Oh my god, that's so iconic. Why can't we do that here?
Because the fucking hotels won't let you do it. You have to like hide it in your car boot.
You should bring it in.
You need to go to the bathroom there with like a fucking nagging down your pants at a wedding that probably cost like fucking 75 grand in Tralee, like. But anyways, I was drinking, we were doing the shots, whatever, and we do a shot after the speech or something like that, and the instant that the vodka like went down my throat, I was like, Ardford Festival 2014.
Oh my god. Sorry. Why did the most crazy things happen in the cathedral?
The cathedral, yeah.
The Ardford Festival was such a sleigh though.
Yeah, unhinged.
So the Ardford basically is this teeny tiny village.
Yeah, like
outside our hometown. Like so small. Absolutely tiny. And they used to have a festival every year. Was it like
Harvest Festival, I think it was.
When was it? Was like pre-Rose of Tralee. It was like, when was it?
Because it was a harvest festival, and usually harvest would be like, let's say, the start of August, because it'd be like
so it must have been the start of August.
Yeah, I think it was.
So it was, but it was unhinged.
Unhinged, yeah, not like unhinged. The shit we were doing. But yeah, it instantly transported me back to that, and I was like, oh my god, the Ardford Festival.
Were you just having raw vodka?
Yeah, Polish wedding.
Oh.
That makes sense, yeah, it makes sense.
What vodka was it? What vodka do they drink at a
well, it wasn't Hussar, I can tell you that.
it was like really good vodka.
I think so, yeah. It was relatively smooth, but like, you know, like raw vodka, like the first one.
Like, it doesn't matter what it is.
It's vodka, like.
Even if it costs €1 million a shot. Because me and Neve love Casamigos, which is tequila. But I love it.
She's a tequila.
Yeah, like. I love it mixed. I love it mixed with pineapple so it doesn't taste, you know. Oh my god, tequila, pineapple, we're getting one later. Well, that's it.
Do you have stuff right here now?
I don't have tequila. I finished it the last day.
There you go.
But it's amazing. And it's €75 a bottle. So, yeah. I treated myself at Christmas. I was like, I'm bougie. And I love it. But I love it with pineapple juice. Like, I'd never had it, you know, straight. Because that wouldn't be my journey, my path in this lifetime. But one day at the start of this podcast, Neve used to always have a few drinks because, like you, she had her own podcast, but it was only audio. She had never put herself out there in video form because it's like when I'm editing this, I have to like pretend it's not me I'm looking at because if you look at yourself too much, like the inner critic can go.
She's out, yeah. Crazy.
Like it could be an angle. Like the last podcast we recorded, I was so hungover. I had no voice. My hair was like, I don't know what it was doing. I had no makeup, like the angle. I was like this on the couch. And I was literally editing it and I just did not look at myself because that's what you have to do. But she was obviously getting into the flow of it. So she had a drink like before every podcast, but she would be like, oh yeah, I'm like so like you, like I rarely drink, yada yada yada. And in my head I was like, this bitch is telling me she doesn't drink, but every week she's infiltrating me. That's not the word. She is
influencing?
No, she's like corrupting me into these wild podcast nights.
Why can we not speak English?
She was infiltrating me.
Oh, it's giving court case.
At least you're hungover, like I'm.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I was out Friday night, to be fair.
Was it busy? It was fucking biblical.
No, I wasn't. I was in Dublin.
Ah, okay.
I was biblical. The theme was white and whimsical. I looked like the Virgin.
But no, like it was fucking like pissing me. I was half expecting Noah and his boat to go past.
It was
down
so
the
bad.
Literally, yeah, it was chronic.
It was so bad, and it was a house party, so we didn't actually leave the house. But maybe I'm on hangover day too. But Neve was, what's the word? Neve was corrupting me every single week on this podcast. She would be like, oh, I just have a few White Claw, or I just have a few this, or I just have tequila for us tonight. And I'm like, you're telling me you never drink, but every Friday or whatever day we're recording, we're getting like tipsy. Like the earliest episodes of this podcast, like a lot of the stuff we said was so unhinged because we were out of it. But anyway, on one of the episodes, I don't know what we were talking about, and she was like, come on, in between, we like stopped for a pee break, and she was like, let's do a tequila shot.
It's like Oppenheimer.
Yeah. So I was like, right, we'll do a tequila shot, and I had never done a raw tequila shot of Casamigos, and I was like, do you know what, it's good tequila, it won't be like the tequila shots you have in Fabric and then you're on the way to the dance floor and you projectile. That happened to me before.
Fabric. You probably lost your shoes because of the sticky carpet as well. You'd be walking along, like it's like the Wizard of Oz, and like just like a shoe is left, like
literally. And you'd be at the dance floor was so close to the bar, so you'd do a tequila shot, turn around like projectile.
Yeah.
Or at least I did more times than I'm willing to admit. So I thought it would be a completely different experience. Oh no, we did the tequila shot, and I started crying, like my eyes just tears. Like I was like, it really doesn't matter how expensive alcohol is. Like it's still vile.
If you said to me, Josh, would you like a shot of tequila, or would you prefer to lick piss off a nettle? I'd be down the back garden, tongue to that piece of green. Not a bother. Not a bother.
I mean...
Did I stutter? Like,
no.
Did I infiltrate?
I think you're infiltrating something, and I think it's my brain.
Great thing if you ever want to be like, I'd rather do X than that, you can say like, I'd rather lick piss off a nettle than drink that. Your
one-liners are so Irish. Like, I don't think I'm the most Irish. Like, I don't come across extremely Irish. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Or like, I don't, like, you could be like, is this girlie American? Is she?
Where is she? Who is she?
Who, like, other than the accent, but my accent isn't really.
It's not really, yeah,
you don't really have a Kerry accent.
No, I don't really, yeah, no.
Yeah, because who was I was in Dublin recently, they were like, you don't sound like you're from Kerry. But then they were like, they were comparing me to like, one of those.
Michael Healy-Rae or something
literally.
like that. Like.
And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to sign
it. Go up the road and
yeah, but I think your one-liners are so Irish.
Yeah, they are. Oh, I thought it was a great one.
I would rather lick piss off a nettle.
Yeah. You never heard me say that before, no?
No, that's hilarious.
That's a great one, yeah.
Okay, what's your most unhinged Rose of Tralee story? Go. Well, try not to tell one that's too unhinged because you're going to make me cut it.
I'm not prepared. I don't know why I'm unhinged.
Okay, what's your memories? Like, if I was like, okay, Josh, you're 15, it's the Rose of Tralee. Like, what was your Rose of Tralee schedule? Like, what was your...
Another club.
Bus club. I was literally saying this earlier. Like, me and my friend groups were literally like, Friday, out, wake up Saturday, chicken roll.
Yeah.
Get ready, out again, all day and all night. Mostly, like, stay in someone's house, get ready again, midnight madness, Richie's.
Yeah, oh my God.
Richie's at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Always.
The Rose of Tralee, because a lot of people think the Rose of Tralee is like, when I went live on TikTok earlier, they were like, oh, are you watching it? Are you competing? Like,
watching it. Yeah,
watching the selection. Sorry, only if I was being forced to go with my mom when I was like 16, so she could like control me for a little bit. The Rose of Tralee for Tralee natives is a 5-day. Like when we were younger, especially now it isn't. I don't think it's a 5-day set.
Yeah, because we're old and fucking decrepit.
Yeah, and everyone, like, people have work tomorrow, do you know what I mean? And like...
Except us.
But when we were younger, like, we used to take off. Like, but the Rose of Tralee used to be way bigger.
It was. I was actually only just having this
conversation. In those days, it was huge.
Do you remember when the festival was in the Harriers pitch?
Yeah.
And it was literally like, I'm not joking, like, I mean, it's Ireland, like, you know, whatever, but it was very much like the actual, like, place where they had, like, the bazaar, the fun fair.
The fun fair. The rides.
The rides, yeah.
The hurdy-gurdies.
The hurdy-gurdies, yeah, I know that.
We call it the bazaar in Tralee.
Yeah. Do you say B-A-Z-A-R or B-I-Z-Z-A?
B-I-Z-Z.
You said bazaar, like that's
bazaar.
Yeah. And it was giving Tralee meets like your classic cringy like American film, like where they go on like a date to the fun fair.
Oh my God, I worked in an American country fair. County fair, that's what they call it.
County fair, yeah.
County fair.
That's the one.
It did give county fair, because I worked in a county fair in America, in San Diego. It gives the exact same vibes.
I thought you worked in like a
Bob Marley t-shirt stand.
Yeah.
In the county fair, in the Del Mar Fair.
Ah.
In Del Mar, San Diego.
Okay.
It was, what a time.
What a time.
What a time. But that's exactly what it was like. It was like a county fair. It was the closest thing I could compare to a from working on one.
Yeah. No, it was fucking class.
It was amazing.
And we used to have really good bands as well, like, because we used to have the Dome. Is the Dome on this year? I guess it has to be.
No, there's no Dome, so it's on the MTU. Yeah, there was like big controversy with the Rose of Tralee. So there used to be like a big Dome, and the Dome most recently was next to the Rose of Tralee Hotel, or the Rose Hotel.
The Rose Hotel, yeah.
So What happened in early years when I was with that ex that you met in March?
Yeah.
Early years when I was about 17, you would pre-drink in someone's house, you would go into town and there'd be a massive stage
with
in the
an
square.
naggin in your underwear.
Yeah. Or no, with a naggin in your hand. It's
Yeah,
the Rose
true,
of
actually,
Tralee,
yeah, what I'm
like
saying.
drinking on the streets.
Yeah.
So you would go into the square and there would be just a band playing music and you would stay there all night. You might even go down to the bazaar, go on a ride, which would really mess you up. Yeah. And you used, so all the off licenses as well have extensions.
Yeah, it's
Till
the best.
what, midnight or later?
No, way later, man. Way later.
So all the off licenses have extensions. So you just stay in town, you buy more naggins. It's iconic. So that used to be it. And then when we got older, it was very much so. There used to be, remember my dad used to do them, the discos in the Dome?
He did, yeah.
And my dad,
Chris Short.
DJ Chris Short, held the best. Like the music used to just be
hopping
on point. So you'd go there and then you'd go across to the Rose. But getting into the Rose Hotel was like getting into Fort Knox. People used to go in through the gym door, like someone used to know someone working there and someone would like slyly open the door.
I used to go in because I used to know the code to the gym when it was public, and I'd be like, doot, 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 doot.
Yeah, and then you'd let it open, like 20 people would run in behind
it.
Because everyone can go in, like the Rose Hotel inside, then basically it had like live music, it had a disco in the back. It was the after party. It was like it was the best after party, and it wasn't rough because you know it was. Even though we all snuck in, even though I didn't snuck in because I used to always get a media pass.
Oh, sure, yeah.
For the Tralee advertising. So I used to have a media pass and I used to never have to sneak in, so I'd be in anyway.
Yeah.
But then all like the lads used to be like hopping barriers, like But everyone would get in the end.
In the end, yeah. Like coming about 3 o'clock when you're doing your last call, everyone would be in, And
you'd get in and the bar would be hopping, the music, like my Snapchat memories from like 6 years ago. And then you'd leave there, and depending on the night, you'd either go back to someone's house for an after party, and then go into town to Richie's. Richie's, 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And then walk home through Super Value, breakfast roll.
Sometimes he'd let you in at 7 if he was there. Like on the Wednesday, so like you'd go
Richie's
Tuesday's the biggest night.
didn't open, didn't it? It was like the after bar, or was it just?
I'm not sure because I've only ever gone there at like 7 or 8 in the morning.
Yeah. But it obviously opened until maybe 3, then had a lock-in. But then 7, 8 in the morning
is when it's official opening time.
He used to be like, he'd just like open it as if he was cleaning it or something.
Exactly, yeah.
And then you'd be in Richie's.
Yeah. But I remember
Richie's for one. Like,
going there one time after the Rose of Tree at like 7 in the morning.
Yeah, that's when we went, 7 or 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like after the house party.
Because last year I went to the Meadowlands because I was on the Meadowlands.
Yes, because that's where the escorts would be.
So we walked back from the Meadowlands and I think it's the Spar there on the corner by the CBS. Got a chicken fillet roll, strolled up, and by the time you like finish because you're twisted and you're getting your food order, literally 7 a.m. into Richie's, and you're like, Copperberg, strawberry and lime, please.
But like everyone does it. It's feral. You might skip the Monday if you needed a bit of a break. So you'd be out Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. You could. The Monday was like touch and go. If you were feeling like you were getting a bit of FOMO, or if you knew someone, you could do the Monday.
You would definitely go in for a gander.
You could give or take the Monday. Yeah. And then Tuesday is what is called Midnight Madness.
Yeah, when you're off your trolley.
And Midnight Madness is even though Shun's coming down actually for Midnight Madness this year. Yeah, she was like, we'll just wander in and see what happens. But Midnight Madness was the night of all nights.
Yeah, no, like genuinely.
You would have the best night of your entire life. Every Midnight Madness, guaranteed.
Oh yeah, like and this isn't a joke, like you'd sooner miss the birth of your child than miss the Rose of Tralee.
It's a debate in Tralee, like, do you prefer Christmas or do you prefer the Rose of Tralee?
Yeah.
Like,
everyone is like Christmas or Rose of Tralee.
Like, there's 2 times in the year that Tralee is hopping.
Yeah.
Christmas and the Rose of Tralee.
Yeah.
And some people will, like, who live abroad, will come home for the Rose of Tralee, like they would come home for Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, it's Christmas or the Rose of Tralee, like, it's...
Some of the lads this year were like, do you want to go to Costa Rica? And I was like, Rose of Tree's on, lad, sorry. Do you want to come to my wedding? Rose of Tree. Oh, you could be godfather of my kid. Rose of Tree.
Genuinely. Now, in the last... I have missed a few Roses of Tralees in my time.
Have you? Which one? Oh, when you were living in Australia and stuff.
When I was living in Australia, And, well, obviously 2020 then didn't happen.
Yeah, COVID and shit like that.
But I think this year's like the year it's starting to get back on its...
Yeah,
Because I feel like last year was a bit... Can I have the red one?
Yeah, sure.
Last year was a bit touch and go. There was just no street entertainment last year, I don't think.
Yeah, there wasn't. Oh no, wait, there was Monday. There was Monday last year.
Yeah, but that's in Denny Street. There was no street entertainment in the square.
Ah, yeah, right, yeah. They need that.
Because this...
Do you remember the year they blocked off the square with barriers and you had to paint fucking Nathan Carter? Fucking wagon wheel, like.
That's so funny. That's so Tralee.
I remember myself not
last...
and then rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Like...
Oh my god.
When you think of Nathan Carter, like, you only think Rosa Tralee.
It's so funny.
Yeah. But he's probably making a fucking bomb.
So last night, because I wasn't out last night, but Josh was. Last night, was there a massive queue for like McCaffrey's and stuff? Or was everyone more on the street?
Everyone was on the street because it for once wasn't a washout.
And because they had the music in the square. Because last year they'd no music in the square. So the queue for McCaffrey's was back to Shaw's. But then I blacked out, so...
You're like, peace.
I can't remember
Rebecca's
the rest of my life. Remember I met you outside the Coin?
Yes, actually.
It was me, you and TJ.
TJ Tran.
Yeah, it was me, you and TJ. And me and Shun had got naggins.
Actually, I must text TJ.
And and we got naggins and then Shun disappeared and I was just like solo bopping around Tralee. So that's the Rose of Tralee. And we're going out tonight. And tonight is, what's it called? Super Sunday?
Super Sunday?
That's what they call it. That was the thing on the thing you sent me.
Oh, and the...
Tonight is called Super Sunday. And Super Sunday includes, I think it's Europe's best ABBA tribute act. Like Europe's best. And Queen spelt with a W.
Love that.
Queen.
Fabric with a K. Queen with a W.
So in Denny Street tonight we have an ABBA tribute
kind of thing, yeah.
at 7:30. Now they're not going to be like I
think I saw them a year or two ago. I mean, it's ABBA. Like
no, but last year apparently was. I remember last year I was dying over after blacking out. I was like, will I go out? Won't I go out? And I didn't. And I remember seeing everyone's story. And it looked happening. Yeah. Claudio Dima looked like he was having the time of his life.
He always is. I was actually talking to the girl in the shop there, like by your house.
Yeah.
And I was like, what time do you guys finish tonight? She's like 10. I was like, oh, so you're gonna go down? And she's like, I'm gonna miss ABBA. She's like, I'm gonna keep the doors open all day so I can hear them. It's like the fucking chokehold this festival has on our town is ridiculous. Like,
but I love it.
Yeah, no, obsessed. You'll never meet a town of people more obsessed with a town than you will Tralee.
Yeah, like
it's something weird.
I'm telling you, people from like if you're from Tralee, it's just I don't know what it is. It's just something special that we have. It's something special. So that's kind of all of the Rose of Tralee. I don't have any. I mean, I probably do have a lot of crazy Rose of Tralee stories.
They can't be told on fucking camera, like.
I think it
so
was.
This one time I saw someone stab someone.
No. Remember? Did I ever tell you this? I think I did.
It's kind of like what happens during the Rose of Tralee doesn't actually count.
It doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. It's not real life.
Yeah, it's just like it's grand.
It's just chaotic, and I don't have any any stories that stick out because the whole thing is chaos.
Yeah, it's feral. It's unhinged.
It's feral. It's unhinged. Underage drinking.
Yeah, literally.
In the park.
Yeah.
But that's the Rose of Tralee, and we're very excited for tonight.
We love her.
We're gonna make sure I don't black out. Josh is gonna try and make sure I don't black out. And now we're gonna move on to some questions of the week, and we have a dilemma, which I'm very excited for because usually it's me and Niamh giving our opinions, and while me and Niamh are both very opinionated and our opinions differ sometimes, we're both women. Whereas we have you this week.
Not much of a difference, but go on. We'll pop off.
Instead of 2 women, we have one
and a half.
1.5 men. 2.5 men. 1.5 women. So this is a dilemma that came in, or not a dilemma, a question. When do you think it is okay to move in with your partner? In brackets, after how long? I think that was pretty self-explanatory, but thanks for explaining.
We didn't need the explanation, but sure.
We're sorry for slaving you.
That being said, we haven't been able to speak. We're like, Niamh infiltrated me tonight, so maybe the clarification was needed.
Can it be too soon?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Are you having a laugh?
So when do you think is okay, after how long? Do you think that you're with someone 10 years and you're still not?
Yeah, so don't ask me. I'd be like, never.
Never. Independent
across the hall.
all the way.
She's given Aquarius.
You're such an Aquarius.
I would say... Okay, it also depends on your situation. I live in Luxembourg where renting is a fucking nightmare. I mean, so is in the Ireland.
So like out of convenience, you think?
Out of convenience, everyone in Luxembourg moves in together. So if you're kind of like, fuck it, like whatever. But for me, I'd say about 2 years, 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of caveats because number one, it depends age.
Because like if you're 30 and you want to be popping out kids, like you're not going to be waiting to move in together for 3 years and then another 2 years until you're engaged, and then you know
I feel like as you get older, the timelines lessen because people know. Well, some people are desperate. Let's just say it how it is. But also, people know what they want. They know who they are, and it's very. When you're younger, you're not thinking long term.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So you're like with someone at 19, you're like,
in August,
yeah,
Christmas.
they're gonna.
After that, nothing.
I still don't think. Like my friend was like, "Oh, we're having the next girls' night on 20th of October. Are you available?" I was like, "Do you think I have any other plans on the 20th of October?"
Yeah,
like, it goes as far as next week. But I think when you are young, you think in very short term.
Yeah, no.
Whereas when you're older, you can, like, if I met someone now, I think I'd. Like, I could be the type of girl to be with someone in 2 months engaged, love of my life. But then again, I do love a bit of love bombing, so...
You do love the love bombing. I don't think you would.
No, I don't think actually logically I would.
No, I think logically... In your head...
In my head, I might know after 2 months I will marry this man.
Yeah, it's giving slow cooker, cafetiere, kind
but
of
I
like
don't think I'd actually ever do it.
Yeah. So if you had to put a number, what number would it be? How many months?
Well, see, I moved in because I actually have lived... I know you haven't, but I have lived with a partner. We did it after less than a year, but we were in Australia.
That's the thing,
and it was very much. It was kind of like it was. It wasn't
logistics.
Like he was staying at my apartment 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Anyway, and when you're both working, you know, and it's not like we moved in together alone. Like we had housemates. So I think it's different.
Yeah, true.
Like the lady we rented off filled that apartment. So there was 4 bedrooms, 3 or 4 bedrooms and 3 or 4 couples. Like there was the amount of couples as bedrooms.
Sorry, were you paying about 50 quid a week in rent?
$400, which was like $200 each, which is like €150. It was so good.
But what's the
rent in Sydney wasn't expensive. And it still isn't expensive in relation to the minimum wage.
What is
the minimum wage could be like, you could be on anything from $800 a week plus. So
minimum wage, like working in a cafe, like?
Yeah. Oh, Australia pays so well. That's why so many people go there.
But is the currency kind of...
Like I was a waitress and I was earning like $900 a week pre-tips. And that was pre-COVID. Now it's more because they can't get waitresses after COVID.
That's fucking insane, man.
Basically, but me and Josh are very much so believers in like not a 50-50 relationship.
Yeah, you gotta like...
Like I don't think ever now I would re-enter a relationship where everything's 50-50.
Yeah, no. But it also, 50-50 doesn't make sense as well. Like if someone's earning 10 grand a month and you're earning like 2 grand a month.
Yeah.
Going half, first of all, doesn't make sense.
No.
Going like proportionally.
Because they're half, yeah.
Also doesn't make sense because like the cost of living is like, let's say the cost of living is €1,000 a month. You're earning 2,000, he's earning 10,000. Like it's just doing like proportionally doesn't make sense. You need to do like at a proportional where you're paying like 100 and he's paying like 5 grand. So you end up with the same like
percentage
cost of living percentage, let's say.
Because, and also I do think as well, when you're straight, like the world is made for men. So it's not equal. There's no equality.
Yeah.
So why would our rent percentage be equal?
You know what?
Like
it's reparations.
It's reparations. And also like you're gonna, like if you end up having a baby and whatever, you're gonna end up out of work. Like are you still gonna go 50-50 on the rent then?
Yeah, 100%.
Or like how does that like how do you go from not 50-50 or from 50-50 to not 50-50?
Yeah,
I think is the issue.
Yeah. 100%.
So I would say there isn't, I think it's case by case basis with the moving in with a partner. I think if you're young, and I would classify young, well I think I'm still young, like 29 is young, but if you're early 20s, there's no need to be living with a partner.
No.
I did it, like I was 24 but we were in Australia. So it was like, but I think if you're...
situational, like.
It's situational, but I think there's no rush with moving in with a partner. Like, if you're with someone that you're gonna be with, you don't need to live together.
Yeah.
Unless it's a thing where you're like, we're actually not earning enough money, we're both renting separately.
Yeah. Or like if your lease is expiring and you're like, I need to move
But like
somewhere.
living with someone, it's... Well, I think actually I follow this girl on TikTok as well, and it's like you're giving him wifey benefits by moving in pre-getting the ring. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's giving Instagram quote, but like, you give a woman a house, she'll give you a home.
Yeah,
it's Instagram quote, like someone who's having a nervous breakdown, but it also is true.
Like you can get, I think if you move in early, prematurely, you can get very comfortable. And a straight man could technically get very complacent. So it depends on a lot of things, but I think...
I'm saying 2 years.
You're saying 2 years. So that would be like a general guideline. But
Rule of thumb.
But you've waited 10.
Yeah. Don't ask me. I'm an Aquarius.
It depends on your star sign. Josh is an Aquarius sun. What's your big three again? Aquarius sun.
You know this, I don't.
Okay. You're an Aquarius sun, a Libra moon, and a Cancer rising. Which makes so much sense. Because your other half is a Libra sun. So he would shine a light on your emotions. Because his sun is in Libra, so it would shine, because the moon's your emotional world. So that would like shine light. And also, Niamh Byrne is a Cancer moon, and you're a Cancer rising. So emotionally, so where do I come in?
But back to me, where do I come in?
Oh, we have the same North Node and South Node. So
okay, yeah.
North Node is like your life's purpose, like what? Oh no, yeah, we do. So North Node is what you're kind of here to do on this lifetime, and having a North Node in Scorpio basically means like, so your North Node is basically like in this lifetime what you're meant to not achieve, but like what energy you're supposed to kind of focus on. And Scorpio energy would be like the depths and so you're supposed to get deep in this lifetime. As in understand things in a deeper level. You're not meant to be a surface level bitch in this lifetime. You're not meant to be like a materialistic, like you did that.
Being authentic.
You did that, yeah. You're in your past life, you were a Taurus South Node, and so did I. So we're probably past life. We are. I did our synastry. Basically, we would be married if you were straight. Like we would have been. We would have been like high school. No. We could have had like maybe. Do you know, there's so many different timelines.
Yeah,
There's a timeline where we were high school sweetheart. Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like that's very true.
I mean, I still have the love letter she sent me when we were like 14. So.
We used to write each other letters after school study.
She definitely hasn't said on the podcast, but
no, I haven't.
For her 21st, I saved all of them.
I thought of that today. It's on Facebook somewhere.
It's on Facebook somewhere, yeah. I'm pretty sure if you go to what
I'm going to find one and read it out while you tell this story. Go.
But basically, she used to send me love letters. So we used to have after school study. So you finish school at 4, and then between 4 to 6, like you'd just be studying in like, I don't know, Brookfield or maybe in
no, mine was this was school, yeah.
And she used to just write me love letters. She'd be bored and doodling or whatever, because she was never destined for that.
I was not studying. One thing I was not doing was studying.
Yeah, and so she wrote me, and I saved all of them for, I suppose we're 14, so 7 years. And then for her 21st, I had them all saved and I put them on her Facebook, because Facebook was cool at the time.
Facebook was cool at the time. I'm trying to find it.
Oh Jesus!
See, look at this. I have to save this and put it on the podcast page.
Oh,
that's so funny. You wrote this. That's not my writing.
It's not my writing.
Oh, these aren't. This isn't a letter from me. Oh, this is a letter from another bitch.
No.
That's not my handwriting, Josh. No, that's not my handwriting. That's like Clean Foley or something.
Cleena loves Mr. Chen. Yeah, that's Clena's writing.
Yeah,
but you were obviously in study together.
Yeah, but that's her love letter.
Yeah, but fucking scroll through. There's about fucking 21 others.
This is me. All the illegible.
What do you believe in? Tell everyone?
No.
What are your beliefs?
No. Okay, so I don't know what, these weren't dated, unfortunately, but this is page 1.
Page 1 of many.
Hey, Dopey.
So cute, Al.
I don't think I've ever called you Dopey in my life. I Tippexed out that bit. Oh, I was trying to write neatly here. See? I was really bored. I'm just in evening study now, like, so bored. But, oh my God, I'm allowed back into second year study This was second year. Woo! So we were together.
2008.
Yeah.
2008, 2009.
Yeah. So we were together at this time. These were love letters. This is so much cuter than texting though.
It's giving authentic.
I'm beside Erin now, Erin Flanagan.
Who is having the glow up of the fucking century as well.
Erin looks
She looks so
she watches
fucking
this podcast as well. She looks so hot at the moment. She loves it. She messaged me and she said she was listening to the podcast, getting ready. She's like in the outback teaching or something, and this like random girl from Mayo walks in, and I'm mid telling the Snapchat screenshot story, and like the girl is like, "Oh my god, what podcast is that? That's hilarious." And Erin was like, she was like, "It keeps me going."
Yep. No,
Erin,
you're looking gorgeous.
You're hot. We love you.
I met your brother last night, and I was literally like, "Sorry, what's going on with your fucking sister? Why is she literally glowing? We should get off our fucking necks and give us a chance. She's looking so good."
She does look so good.
She looks fucking
She's
unreal.
a Virgo as well, so it's nearly her birthday. I feel like all the time near your birthday you have a bit of a glow up, even though this year that's not true for me. I had a post-birthday glow up.
My birthday is January, and I'm literally being wheeled back onto that plane. Michael O'Leary from Ryanair is charging me for 2 tickets to get back to Luxembourg because I am swollen.
Yeah, but that's...
It's giving Veruca from
that's
from
because
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
But that's because you have your birthday after Christmas. It's not my
It's
fault.
not my fucking fault either.
I'm beside Erin now. My pen is like all cracked. LOL. I can't believe you got caught writing a note. Anyway, you better write one back this time and not get caught. I'm not even saying anything. Oh my god, you never gave me a birthday hug. Just realised that there. Sad face. It's not my fault you're sexy. I'm so smooth. Oh my god, right? When I was on the phone to you, there was like all good songs in my head on my iPod. And then when you went, the most depressing songs came on.
Oh, bless.
I was like, fuck's sake then. Yeah, couldn't sleep.
The fucking drama of a 14-year-old.
Well, you posted these on Facebook.
Oh my god, I didn't even read them, I just posted them up. Bah.
But yeah, this is part of the note. But why won't you tell me your Bebo password? Like, I was really trying to wear the pants in that relationship. Like, why won't you tell me your Bebo password? What were you doing in those Bebo messages? Other than breaking up with me from Florida. That's how Josh broke up with me. He was on holidays in Florida and he wrote me a really long Bebo message breaking up with me.
I do remember.
I was traumatized. Yeah, you got me a teddy. That was it. This is where you started the cycle of me.
Oh yeah, it's my fucking fault.
Of me breaking up and being on off with people. You started that cycle.
Oh, it's me.
Of like ending it and being on again, off again. And you were the first on again, off again. So you broke up with me on Bebo and then brought me home this cute little dog teddy that I definitely still have upstairs. It was the most adorable thing ever. And still like met up with me to give me the teddy.
$14 for that on the plane back to Ireland.
Yeah, but why did you break up with me on Bebo then? Why? You obviously were still obsessed with me.
Okay, I'm fucking here, so... I mean,
Like,
it's not really a valid argument.
What were you doing in Florida that made you want to break up with me on Bebo?
Babe, you're asking fucking me this.
Oh, but sure, you
15 years
couldn't
ago.
have texted me.
Couldn't have
Because
texted
you were in
'cause I don't mention
Florida.
it, yeah. This was back in the day before you... I mean, we don't have roaming in America anyways, but this is back when you went on holidays and you had no internet connection.
Yeah, you could have just waited. Was it that urgent?
I genuinely don't remember this. Like, just blacked out.
I wish I had a screenshot of the Bebo message. Now that would be iconic. I love my sexy teddy. Yeah, so the love notes were post breakup.
Yeah, exactly. I knew you were remembering this wrong.
So I was still, no, the breakup was real. The breakup happened. I remembered it. I was there. It was rare. I was there. I remember it all too well. Don't even try.
Alright, Taylor.
But this is
all
what...
too well, is it?
When I sing all too well, I think of you. That's a lie, I think of... Anyway. So, no, but this is what I mean, on again, off again. So you broke up with me, brought me home with Teddy, and then were writing me love notes and being on the phone to me.
We were 14.
The gas. I can't believe you're going to be gone for 3 weeks. That's such a long time, and little did I know you were going to break up with me in between.
Do you know how before we went to America, my mom won like the jackpot in the bingo? She won like $3,000.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she did.
So basically, long story short, me and Josh wrote each other love notes, and they were very cute. It wasn't just me. Like you just don't have pictures of them because I would have had them, but I didn't keep them. So that just shows.
Oh, I didn't keep them.
Yeah, because it's playing hard to
didn't
get.
Didn't love me clearly.
Not enough. Not enough. Yeah, we do go by. So we've known each other.
2008, so we're 2023 now. So quick maths.
Well, 13, so 23. So
Plus
just
5.
23 plus 6 for me. So 16 years.
Yeah.
So I've known you longer, more than half of my life. And you've known me more than half your life.
Things like that. Jesus Christ.
How do you feel about knowing me half your life? If you could describe me in 3 words, how would you describe me?
I wouldn't actually describe you in 3 words. I would just show pictures of what I put up for your last birthday on Instagram. Where you're doing your interpretive dance. Is what I would actually do. Hold on, I think I can find them.
On Snapchat, we'll put them on.
No, it wasn't Snapchat. It was.
We
Instagram.
only have 3 minutes. We'll put them on. We'll put them on the Instagram
Then
story.
pause it.
And we're really sad Niamh isn't here today.
Yeah, unfortunately she couldn't join us.
So how do you know Niamh? Like, what's your Niamh's origin story? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to compare in my head.
Babe, I feel like consciousness only entered my body from the age of 19 onwards. I don't actually remember anything before that.
You remember meeting me though in the cinema?
Yeah, but like it's fucking nearly impossible not to.
That's really cute. That's probably the cutest thing you've ever said to me.
There you go.
So you don't know how you met Niamh? It's not as good as our origin story. Like.
No, I do remember. I mean, we were kids, but there was a few like different times we would have crossed paths because we had a lot of mutual friends. Like we would have, let's say, met when we were younger and then met again later on. And
yeah, so it wasn't like when I met you and I walked into cinema and you were like, oh my god, who's this bitch? I need her in my life. Yeah, literally though.
No,
it wasn't like that. That's all I needed to know. It was just for my ego. That question was just for my.
Niamh, please don't kill me. I feel like I can't answer this question without being murdered by somebody. So never mind. I plead the fifth. Yeah, I plead the fifth.
Did you like being on a podcast? Would you do it again?
I think I would do it again, but I'm very held back by what I can say, which is kind of annoying because.
So Josh has a lot more of opinions. But he just can't say them because he's a corporate girly.
Yeah. Like, if I were, let's say, financially free, independent, like...
Didn't have a
let's
boss.
say I won the lotto.
Yeah.
I'd be off saying
You'd have
everything and anything.
Joe, your man Leo Skeppy.
No.
Okay, I'll show you him after. You're going to be obsessed with him. I feel like you would give his vibes and like have a podcast like he does.
I don't know who he is, but sure.
Anyway, thanks for watching this episode, the Rose of Tralee special. We're going to go into the Rose of Tralee now. And I think I'm going to add in a few clips of us in town.
Sure.
Like drinking and stuff.
Why not?
You can vet them and cut whatever you want. But we're going to do that. So vlog part of the podcast starts now. And I'm going to vlog on my phone. Won't that be fun? 3, 2, 1. Bye. Okay, we're getting the castle bar. No, you hold the camera. Go back here. You hold the camera.
I hold the camera?
Yeah. We're supposed to go to Denny Street. There's no ABBA happening. We're in the castle bar. Cheers. Are you going to make me cut this out?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You can even keep that back.
Rose of Tralee.